we're making a gift card holder. I've added interfacing to my main fabric piece to give it a little more stability. But take your two pieces, put them right sides together. The first thing you're going to want to do is find your center. After you've had a chance to figure out where your center is, then go ahead, make sure those are lined up as best you can. Throw some clips on here. I measured an inch down and I'm going to put a marking there on the sides. Now I'm just going to draw a line from that mark that I made to the center line, and then I'm going to cut right along those lines. That's how we're going to get that nice little point on the front of the gift card holder. Make sure you have your two fabric pieces lined up as best as you can. That way you can get a nice even cut there at the top. Now we're going to take it to our sewing machine and we're going to sew all the way around the project, leaving an opening right in the bottom for our turning hole. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance here. Just be careful when you get to those corners. Make sure you leave your needle down, put your presser foot up, and then pivot. That's going to give you the sharpest turn. Now that you've sewn all the way around your project, go ahead and clip your corners and cut down any seam allowance that's not necessary. Now you're ready to turn your project right side out. This is a great time to take it to the iron in order to get it nice and smooth and pressed out so that it's nice and flat. I like to put a clip here to remind me of where I have that turning hole. And now I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew at an 1/8 inch seam allowance to sew that up. Now that that's done, you're basically going to put your main fabric down against your workstation. You're going to tri-fold it and eyeball where you want to put those snaps. I ended up being about 1.5 inches down from that flap there. I always like to put the female snap on the bottom piece there, and then I'm going to put the male portion of the snap up on the top flap. Again, I just eyeballed this to see exactly where it would fit the best, so just use your best judgment. You can get a visual of how this is going to work out. Now you're going to tri-fold that, and then we're going to sew down the sides at an 1/8 inch seam allowance. I had already sewed the first side here, so now you're going to get a look at me sewing the second side down. I basically just took it from that far side corner all the way down to the bottom, and then there you have it. You've got a gift card holder.